Coming up on Mountain News this morning, investigators are trying to figure out what led to a deadly crash in Perry County. And police are urging caution to people in Letcher County who are currently the target of a new over-the-phone scam. And also in Letcher County, officials with the Eastern Kentucky Concentrated Employment Program, or EKSEP, gathered nearly 20 local employers to host a job fair.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 5:59 on Wednesday, August the 21st. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. Some rain yesterday brought our temperatures down overnight, but Brandon's saying there's a chance that we could be just as hot today as we were yesterday.
No, whoa.
There is a chance.
There's a chance, but it shouldn't be as hot. It will be hot.
You said, okay.
No, I said it could be hot, but not as hot as yesterday. At least I hope
there's
not.
A chance that it could be.
If it is, I'm quitting early. Okay. I'm going to stop right here today. But yeah, you're right. It'll be another hot day on tap for us. Didn't mean to get in a fight with you on the air there, but had to clarify that.
People need to see us.
That's right. Get a little getting there. But anyway, yeah, this morning fairly mild. He is right on that part. It is a little bit cooler this morning, and we're going to continue to see things stay a little cool for the first half of your day. Let's take a look, see what's going on right now. Satellite radar composite, not a whole lot to tell you about over the last 6 hours. So the loop is quiet for now. Looking at visibility there, a little bit rough in some spots this morning. Jonesville at less than a mile there, at Lexington at less than a mile, 4 miles in Monticello, and 5 miles in Harlan. If we can, let's go to the Pikeville Medical Center camera there and take a look at that. There is a little bit of fog over that way this morning. You can see over the city of Pikeville. So again, just be careful in some areas this morning. Back to temperatures, you see 60s for the most part, 270s, Moorhead and Logan, and 171 there. That's in Prestonsburg. Across the state, London sensor out this morning. Forgot to take it off that map. 68 Tri-City, 69 Charleston, 68 in Cincinnati. So much cooler than it has been. Day planner, we're going to see those temperatures climb though back into the upper 80s by this afternoon. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, 2 weeks ago, we told you about one family fighting to keep the murder of their loved ones on death row. He was sentenced 40 years ago, but that sentence has not been carried out after claims of a mental disability. The family met with a lawyer from the Attorney General's office on Monday. She said his IQ test scores of below 70 could automatically take him off of death row. But the family thinks the murderer, Karu Gene White, is intentionally playing the system.
Any time that he took, or the state wanted him to take the intellectual disability score, he would decline. He would go, he wouldn't take it, he refused to take it, and that's been going on for years.
The family is going to continue to fight, but does not believe that they will impact the decision. Investigators are trying to figure out what led to yesterday's deadly crash in Perry County. The crash left Highway 15 closed for hours. It all happened just south of the Highway 28 turnoff. The trucks of 34-year-old Robbie Robinson and 62-year-old Jeannie Gayhart collided head-on, killing them both. I was at the scene yesterday where people who lived nearby told me it rattled their homes. All it took was a glance out of his kitchen window to know something was not right.
Well, I see the truckers slowing down. I sat in my window. I said, "There's a wreck somewhere."
Bill Miller has lived along this stretch of Highway 15 for nearly half a century.
I watched all the traffic come down the road. I come down here and that there.
In his almost 50 years of living here, Miller has never seen a crash this bad.
There's a whole bunch of people down here. I don't have many more, but there's a bunch of people.
Gwen Holland heard it from her front porch.
Just like a big old crash, like it rattled it. It rattled so hard, it hit so hard. I thought it was a coal truck. That's the reason I came to the bottom of the hill.
Two cars colliding head-on just a short drive from where both Holland and Miller live.
They said this car was coming and come around one and hit head-on.
The two watching as crews cleaned up the wreck and praying for the families of those involved. Now, Highway 15 is back open as of noon yesterday afternoon. Kentucky State Police are investigating the crash. Law enforcement across the state are banding together to stop drunk driving. The Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign is in full swing. Laurel County ranked in the top 40 throughout the state for impaired driving. To combat those numbers, police in London are performing road and safety checks.
Even if we put the campaign out and people hear that we're going to be doing road checks, we're going to be doing this, they may not get out and drive, and that's what we're hoping for if they've been drinking.
The campaign ends Labor Day weekend. Hazard police need your help finding one man involved in a smash and grab burglary. Here he is. Security footage caught him breaking out the front door of ATT stores in Hazard and suspected in Bristol, Tennessee early Tuesday morning. He got away with thousands of dollars worth of high-priced electronics. WIMT's Madison Pergram has reaction.
Shattered glass is what is left behind after a burglary at the AT&T store in Hazard.
It's just scary. It's really scary.
Scary for people like Billy Hatfield who live in this community.
I'm worried about our community. I know our police are doing the very finest and best they can do. But, you know, I'm still scared and I'm still worried.
And for some, an incident that hits close to home.
It surprised me because it's the store right beside me.
Something that Brian Campbell, a worker at a nearby store, says happens too often.
Things like this just keep increasing around here.
It all happened close to 2 a.m. when police got a call about an alarm going off in the Black Gold Shopping Center.
Once our officers got there, they noticed that the window was broke out.
A window broke out and nearly $10,000 of inventory taken.
Pretty much snatched and grabbed several iPhones, watches, Samsung phones, and left the business.
Police believe that the man seen in this picture from the burglary in Hazard was also seen in this video from a burglary at an AT&T store in Bristol later that morning.
Appears to have a functional knowledge of the operations of these two stores in particular.
Leaving people in the community hoping for one thing.
I just hope they catch the person that does this.
Getting justice for those involved. In Hazard, Madison Pergram, WYMT Mountain News.
If you have any information about the incidents, you are asked to call the Hazard Police at 606-436-2222. People in Letcher County are currently the target of a new over-the-phone scam. The Sheriff's Department has asked that the public exercise caution. The new scam comes in two forms. One caller is claiming that the recipient's Social Security number has been compromised, offering to allow them to purchase a new number. Another caller claims the person who answers has a warrant for their arrest, saying their Social Security number was used in a crime. Sheriff Mickey Stein says people should ignore the calls, but the scheme is not always easy to avoid.
Everybody that's contacted my office has always give a different number that they've called from. Even the scammers now, they can use my cell phone number to call you and ask for money.
Stein says the main target seems to be elderly people. He says everyone should be on the lookout in order to avoid being scammed. Also in Letcher County, officials with the Eastern Kentucky Concentrated and Employment Program gathered nearly 20 local employers to host a job fair yesterday. From coal companies to contractors, several different career fields were represented. Representative Trish Adams says the event comes in response to recent layoffs in the area. She says more than 100 people joined the job fair to see what the region has to offer.
We need to be urgent and we need to respond to our dislocated workers and helping them learn what other opportunities may be out there for them.
Adams says another job fair will be held later today at the Harlan Center. For more than 1 month now, we have been telling you about the problems black jewel miners are facing after the mines were shut down, where the workers worked were shut down and their paychecks bounced. The story has been receiving national attention, including on CBS This Morning. On Tuesday's show, CBS This Morning anchor Tony DeCopel talked about the coal miners on the program's Talk of the Table segment.
There was one train of coal that those workers had dug up that had not been shipped out before the company went out of business. When the company started moving it, the workers got in front of it. Train. This was back in July. 4 weeks later, there's now a tent city there, and they're holding that train hostage, asking for their back pay. It's an incredible scene. The details are amazing. The local funeral home has donated tents for workers to live in.
They're playing games.
It's like a it's like a tailgate party on steroids, is how one person there described it. And what's even more interesting, they've put partisan politics aside. There are people who are usually against coal mining for environmental reasons. They're side by side with the miners, hoping they get their money. A Bernie Sanders campaign representative apparently sent pizza over. So I'm rooting for him.
They're holding that coal shipment hostage.
No, and I like the sign that said, "No pay, we stay."
Yeah.
What a great group of guys that are over there. We just hope this all works out the best for them. Meanwhile, we learned yesterday that State Senator Johnny Ray Turner plans to pre-file a bill to close a loophole in the tax code. With the way it currently stands, Harlan County schools owe $73,000 to Revelation Energy, a sister company of Black Jewel. The company overpaid a utility tax. Now the school system might be on the hook to refund the company, despite other delinquent Black Jewel taxes that would benefit the district.
Well, the forecast this morning fairly quiet, but some chances for scattered showers and storms will be around later. Again today, let's take a look and see what's going on currently. Buffalo Mountain, pretty quiet here in Perry County. Fog around, not too bad on the sensors anyway, but patchy dense fog is there this morning, so be careful of that. 70 Moorhead and Logan, 71 in Prestonsburg. Everybody else in the 60s in a couple of spots there. Somerset, Williamsburg, Harlan, Weiss, 66 this morning. Your Appcast, we are going to see some chances for scattered showers and storms. They're off and on throughout the day, but I think the best chances come this afternoon and this evening as we get up to right around 89 for a daytime high. Will?
All righty, Brandon. Thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up, an operation by the Drug Enforcement Administration spanning Kentucky and 2 other states results in hundreds facing federal charges. And in Martin County, officials with addiction recovery care are helping addicts to recover in more ways than one.